Paul, we'll begin with the big talking point, and that is John McAtee's injury. How is he today?
He's not too bad. Not too bad. Obviously, a doubt for the weekend, but he's still got some. He's had the X-ray. That was good news in regards to the no fracture there or anything. So that was the first sort of hurdle to get over. But he's due to have an MRI scan today, and he's also booked in to see a specialist. So once we have, I guess, well, he's had that done, and we've then got the results and understanding of what that means, we'll be in a better position. As we speak now, we don't know 100%, other than we have got a little bit of good news in terms, as I said, no fracture there. That would definitely rule him out. So fingers crossed we can have some more good news.
Has he been able to train at all since then?
We had, to be honest, Matt, we had a couple of days off anyway. After sort of two games, we were, as I think I said to you, we were in last Sunday, then the game Monday. So the lads have had a couple of days to themselves. Back in today, John hasn't trained today. We'll see whether or not he can train tomorrow ahead of Saturday. And again, I'm talking like he could quite, well, not quite easily, but it could be that he ends up not being available to us at all. But we're not at that point, and hopefully we won't be. But we still some uncertainty around it.
So how do you feel about his injury then at the moment? Because you were sort of umming and ahhing as to whether it might be a season-ending injury on Monday.
Yeah, I think at the minute it's just very much fingers crossed that he is okay and that he can be involved in part of the season until its end, whenever that may be. Obviously, everyone would want John to be fit and available, as John himself does. But if it wasn't to be, then we have to deal with it, and deal with it probably better than we did when he was missing earlier in the season.
How much pain is he in at the moment?
I don't think too much. I think he's got a decent range in it, which again I'm hoping is a positive. So no, I don't think it's I don't think he feels like doing too much, is my understanding. But at the same time, it's not like he's having to take loads and loads of painkillers or anything like that. So the signs in general are positive. Hopefully that's confirmed, as I said, once he's had his scan and seen the specialist.
Okay, we wish him well with that. Have you got any other fresh problems, Paul?
No, we everyone trained today, and a couple obviously have had a bit of either, and some decisions to be made ahead of Saturday's game.
Let's talk about this Torquay match. They're one of the form teams like yourself, aren't they, at the moment? How do you see it?
I think I'm expecting Gary's team. I kind of listened to his interview after the game on Monday. We're going to say the weekend on Monday. And, he spoke about it being almost a final because they are a little bit behind and need the points. So I'm expecting his team to come and want to win the game, and whether that is from minute 0 to 90, whatever it is, but at some point, if not from the very beginning, I expect the game to be quite open. And again, we've got to, when that happens, that can come down to teams taking the chances when they arise. They've been very positive in their approach in the games that I've watched. I think Eastleigh the other day, they had chances to win the game, but I think, as Gary admitted himself, Eastleigh also had some chances because of their desire to go and get the 3 points. And sometimes, particularly as the season progresses and it comes to its close, that's the situation you find yourself in. I think we've had chats where we've kind of wondered if we were getting to that point, and I said I never felt we'd got there. And obviously, touch wood, we kind of there now. We in a good position, whereas Torquay probably, well, they are a little bit behind us, and the 3 points is almost a must for them.
They beat Notts County at home 5-1 recently, didn't they? Is that the biggest warning sign for you?
I think it's the easiest one to, I guess, inform the players about. If I'm sure they saw it and thought it was good, and knowing them probably forgot, been asleep since then. But yeah, I think that was an excellent performance from them. Some good goals in there. They got some good players that seem as though they're on form. And I think overall, as I said, just a positive outlook from them, and they look very front foot, quite aggressive. And by that, I don't mean as in sort of being dirty or anything like that, but in terms of really closing teams down, being on the front foot and committing men forward. They get people running forward well, something that I think when we're at our best is something that we also do. So it could be a very good game. I'm certainly expecting a tough game. I think, as you said, they've been one of the form teams for some time now. If you look at the record, just a poorer start probably overall has cost them. I think since they brought in a few new players, they've been on an upward trajectory. And yeah, from my point of view, I'm hoping that they've obviously just left it that little bit too late.
You want to win all your remaining games, of course, Paul, but how many do you think you'll need to win to make the playoffs?
Again, I've looked at it, but then I've not really looked at it in that sense. I keep at the minute where I guess we're talking about teams below us, certainly in Torquay, and is still, Bromley and Boreham Wood won't have given it up. Dagenham are the closest ones, but just looking at the table, we've obviously gone above Notts County, albeit they've got the game in hand, and we spoke about them having certainly on paper a favourable run in. But we're only, we've closed the gap on Chesterfield, on Solihull. So
are you looking more up than down then? If truth be told,
I'm kind of just looking where we're at. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is he has closed up a little bit for himself, and some of those teams I think have still got some tough games left. So who knows? I just got to try and approach each game with the thought, we're Saturday, for example, we're at home, we're on a good run of form, we want to try and win the game. Now whether we do or not remains to be seen, but that'll be the thought going into it, and the attitude. I think we've just got to be wary, as I said, potentially coming up against a team that will feel that they, as I said, have got to take the points, and that can be quite dangerous. Hopefully, it should lead to some opportunity as well for ourselves, but we've got to, be ready for that sort of approach.